Hello guys, good afternoon. How are you doing? Hello Marjorie, Jeffrey, Mr. Jordi. Hello, hello.
Good afternoon, teacher.
Good afternoon, Jeffrey. How are you? Marjorie, are you there? Hello,
Good
Mr.
afternoon,
Good
teacher.
afternoon. Okay, so guys, we're going to start with the class. I guess your classmates are not going to come today, so let's start with you. Today we're going to start with a new topic, right? That will be used to. Okay, so let me share that information, right? Okay, so there you have this. Used to. We use used to when we want to emphasize that something happened regularly in the past, but no longer happens. So we're going to use the used to, guys, for um, something that you used to do, right? For example, when you were a child, or when you were 10 years old, or when you were a teenager, for example, right? And so you're going to use that structure, used to, right? So used to is used as follows. First, to describe an activity or a state that happened many times in the past. For example, Jerry always used to go for a run before breakfast. So that is an activity that that person used to do in the past. And maybe that would be every day, or 2, 3 times a week, right? But in the past. So Jerry always used to go for a run before breakfast. So that is like an activity that he used to do in the past. Also, to refer to an activity or state that was true in the past, but it is not longer true nowadays, right? Or you can say in the past also. I used to like rock climbing when I was younger. I guess you don't like rock climbing now, right? So I used to like rock climbing when I was younger. So we're going to use also used to, right, to refer an activity that it was true in the past, but that is no longer true. Okay. So also used to the structure for the affirmative sentences. We're going to have first the subject, right? Also used to. That would be like that structure, right? Used to in past plus the verb in the base form. You're going to use the infinitive form of the verbs here, right? So in the base form, and also the complement. Okay, for example, I used to play tennis when I was young, right? So subject used to, and if you notice there, you have the verb in the base form. Okay, so also if you want, you're gonna when I was young, when I was a teenager, when I was 10 years old, etc. Right? Or also Nancy and Bill used to live in California, right? I used to eat a lot of candies when I was a child. Maybe that would be another example of used to, right? So also we can have negative sentences. So here you're going to have first subject, and we're going to use did, right? Because we are talking in this case in past. So we're going to use did plus not or didn't, and used to. Here we're going to use the used without the did. So we're going to use it in the base form, we can say that, because we're using did not here. Okay, so you're not going to add the D here, just the base form and also the base form of the verb plus the complement. For example, Mary did not used to like children, but it's different now. She has his own. Oh, this is a mistake here, right? Different now, she has her own, right? Because we are talking about Mary in this case, right? So if you notice Mary, that'll be the subject, and also did plus not used in the base form, and the main verb also in the base form complement. And also here you have another example. I didn't used to like green apples, but now I do, right? So be careful with the structure of used to in this case, because that is in simple past. So I didn't used to like green apples, but now I do. Okay, so also we can have yes, no questions. First, you're going to use the auxiliary in past, in this case did, then the subject, then used to also in the base form, plus the verb in the base form, complement, and don't forget the question mark at the end. So, did you used to like green apples when you were a child? That's a question. That is a yes, no question. And remember that you should answer yes, I did. In this case, you're going to use the word yes, comma, the subject, and also the auxiliary, in this case, did. Right? You're not going to write, yes, I used to. No, yes, I did. Right? Or if it is negative, no, I didn't, right? So that would be the other option. We can say that, okay? We can have WH questions. First, the WH question, that would be, or in this case, the WH word, right? That would be which, how, when, etc. And also the auxiliary did plus the subject plus used to, right? Plus the verb complement and the question mark. So, what did you used to eat when you were a child? That is a WH word question, so you should answer that question completely. So you can say, I used to eat pancakes when I was a child, or I used to play soccer when I was a child, or I used to eat a lot of candies or a lot of sweets, sorry, when I was a child. So you can say that. If you're noticing the answer, you need to use the D, right? That will be in past. Used to eat pancakes when I was a child, right? So you can answer that completely, right? And remember, if you have a just no question, you should answer them in a short way. That is not necessary to add extra information, but if you want, you can do it in the negative, maybe in the negative answer, right? But if you want it, if not, you should answer in a short way, right? So, used to versus simple past. Here you have this. First, fractions in the past that do not happen in the present. In that case, you're going to use used to, right? I used to take a train to college every day, right? So that would be an example. I used to go to the park every Friday, for example, right? And also, when you have the simple past for single past actions and events. So, modern Homo sapiens originated in Africa around 200,000 years ago, right? So, remember that I'm going to use the simple past for finished actions in the past, right? Also, we have used to for past actions that are not longer true. For example, my brother used to be a teacher, but now he works in an office. So in that case, we can use also use to for past actions that are not longer true, because in that case, my brother is doing another activity. For longer past actions or events, Jim studied German and politics for 5 years, right? So also with adverbs of frequency, we're going to use used to using the adverbs of frequency or frequency adverbs. That's almost the same. You can have always, regularly. Also, you can have a frequency expressions like once a week, twice a week, 3 times a week, or 3 times a year, etc. Right? Never, etc. So you can use those frequency adverbs or frequency expressions with used to. For example, I always used to go to the gym on Saturdays. I usually used to go to the beach on holidays, for example, right? Also, you're going to use with the simple past the expressions like yesterday, last year, this evening, last month, at 7:30 in the morning, right? Ago, etc. So I bought a new dress yesterday. So you cannot say I used to go to the beach yesterday. That is not correct, right? So for repeated actions or events. Also, you can use that the simple past. So Anna played tennis twice when we went on holidays. So in that case, also you can use just the simple past. Okay. So I don't know if you have questions. I guess this is a very easy topic, but I don't know if you have questions. Do you have questions? Mr. Jordi and Marjorie? I don't know what happened with Mr. Mario and
No questions,
Jeff. Okay, thank you. That's great. So let's do the first exercise. Reviews to the subject. You can have I, you, he, she, it, right? Used to, simple past, and also the verb, the main verb in the base form. If you have negative ones, you can have here also the subject, and you're going to use the auxiliary did because we're talking in past, right? So did not or didn't, that is almost the same. The verb in the base form in a complement. Also, if you have just no questions, First, the auxiliary did, then the subject, used to, but without the D, because that is like in the base form, because we have already did, and also the verb in the base form, the question mark. So, did she used to swim? Yes, right? She did, or you can say no, she didn't, right? Also in the answers, you're going to use the auxiliary, not used to in that case. So here you have the first exercise. It says, rewrite the sentences below using used to. Here you have, last month I rode my bicycle to school. Now I don't ride my bicycle to school. So you're going to read those sentences and you're going to write one using used to, right? Or maybe that will be negative. It depends on the action that you have there or the sentence that you have there. For example, here, I used to ride my bicycle to school, right? So last month I rode my bicycle to school. Now I don't ride my bicycle to school. So I used to do that action, but now I don't do that anymore, right? So I used to ride my bicycle to school, right? So I want you to read the sentences and write one using used to, or maybe didn't used to. It depends on the sentence that you have, or maybe you can have a question. It depends, right? But now in this case, I guess you're not going to find one question. No, just affirmative and negative sentences. Okay, so you're going to have around 3 minutes. 3 minutes for you to work on them. Then we're going to check them together. Remember, if you have questions, just raise your hand and I will help you, okay? Okay, guys, let's check the answers. What about the number 2? Marjorie, do you have that one?
Yes.
Okay, tell me.
You said to study
Okay,
happiness.
excellent. So, I used to study Japanese. Perfect. That would be. So, 10 years ago, I studied Japanese. Now, I don't study Japanese. So, I used to study Japanese. Excellent, Marjorie. That's great. Thank you. What about the number 3, Mr. Jordi? Before I didn't do exercise. Now, I do exercise. So,
I didn't use to exercise.
amazing. So I didn't use, used to exercise. Excellent. Okay, that's great. So, I didn't used to exercise. Remember here you don't need the D because you have the auxiliary didn't in that case. Excellent. Thank you, Mr. Jordi. What about the number 4? Marjorie, do you have the number 4? Huh?
Do not
What? Oh,
do not
oh, okay. Did not. Okay, that is my classmate or he. That's okay. We can say he. He what? Did not what?
don't
Used to.
students
Hard. Excellent. That's great. So he did not used to study hard. Or here you can use my classmate. That is also correct, right? So last year my classmate didn't study hard. Now he studies hard.
Used to have electricity.
Okay. People didn't, right, used to have electricity. Okay, that's perfect, right? So people didn't used to have electricity. So a long time ago, people didn't have electricity. Now people have electricity. Nice. Perfect, Mr. Jordan. That's great. What about 6? Marjorie? When I was young, I was lazy. Now I'm not lazy. So, do you have the number 6, Marjorie? No?
Yes.
Okay. Tell me.
I
I.
used
Okay.
like
Lazy. But in this case, Marjorie, you need the verb here in the base form. So I used to be, right? I used to be lazy, right? In that case. So when I was young, I was lazy. Now I'm not lazy. So I used to be lazy. Okay, excellent. Nice. Thank you, Marjorie. What about 7, Mr. Jordi?
People didn't used to have TV.
People didn't used to have TV. Okay. So a long time ago, people didn't have TV. TV, right? Okay, that's good. And the last one. Who has that one? When Sarah was younger, she was short. Now Sarah is tall. Which would be the answer? Mr. Jordi or Sarah?
Sarah used to be short.
Nice. Sarah used to be short. Nice. So when Sarah was younger, she was short. Now Sarah is tall, right? So Sarah used to be short. Don't forget the pronunciation of that. Didn't used to and used to, right? That is simple past there. Okay, perfect. So, I guess you don't have questions about that one. So let's go to the other one. Here you have this. Make an affirmative sentence, negative sentence, or questions using used to plus the infinitive. So you can write a affirmative, negative, or interrogatives, right? So, for example, in the number, let's see, the number 1. Here you have, I live in a flat when I was a child. So, I used to, right, live in a flat, right, when I was a child, right? So, I used to live in a flat when I was a child. So you're going to use all the words that you have here in order to write an affirmative, maybe a negative, or an interrogative questions. Okay? So you're going to have around 3 minutes. 3 minutes for you to work on them. It's a question, right?
Did we used to go to the beach every summer?
Okay, did we used to go to the beach, right? Every summer, and that's a question, right? So, do we used to go to the beach every summer? Nice. But now she hates it. Which could be that one? She used to love eating chocolate, but now, oh, let's see. But now she hates it. Remember that there you don't need love eating. Okay. So that is not now. This now. Okay, she used to love eating chocolate, but now she hates it. Okay, that's great. So let me write it. She used to love eating, right? Chocolate, but now, let's say comma here, but now she hates it, right? That would be that one. So she used to love eating chocolate, but now she hates. Oh, that is hates. She hates it. Okay, nice. That's great, Marjorie. What about number 4, Mr. Mario? Do you have it? He not smoke.
He not used to smoke.
Oh, remember that there you need to use the auxiliary did not, right? Didn't. So he didn't used to smoke. Yes. He didn't used to smoke. Excellent, Mr. Mario. That's great. What about 5, Mr. Jordi? There you have, I used to play tennis when I was at school. Perfect. That's okay, Mr. Jordi. Let me copy that one. Okay. Let's see. Okay, now I will move it. So, I used to play tennis when I was at school. Nice. That would be great. Excellent. What about 6, Mr. Mario?
Was.
No.
Used to play.
She used to, right? Be able to speak French. But to be able to speak French, but she has forgotten it all. Nice. Did he?
Used to play golf.
Used. Okay. So did he used to play? Play golf. Every. Yes. Weekend, yes, Marjorie. So, did he used to play golf every weekend? That is a question, just no question, right? Excellent. Thank you, Marjorie. What about 18? Okay, don't worry. That's okay, Mr. George. Don't worry. So they both used to have short hair. Excellent. That's amazing. So let me copy that one also. So don't forget to write capital letter at the beginning, Mr. Georgie. So let's see. Okay, there you have that. They both used to have short hair. That would be that one. Okay, excellent. What about 9, Mr. Mario? Julie used to
study Portuguese.
Excellent. Portuguese. Oh, that's great, Mr. Mario. Perfect. So, Julie used to study Portuguese. Nice. Okay. I did not. Oh, okay. Used to. Hate school. Yes, that's amazing. So, I did not used to hate school. Or you can say also, I didn't used to hate school. Right? So there you have the sentences, guys. It's amazing. Do you have questions about them? No? Is everything clear? I guess this is a very easy topic, right? So you can continue practicing at home, right? So let's do the last activity that will be a listening comprehension activity. So here you have some questions. You are going to listen to an audio or 4 conversations 3 times. Then you are going to answer those questions about the conversation, right? So let's listen to the 4 conversations. Thank you, Marjorie. Nice. Thank you, Mr. Jordi. So let's listen to the 3 conversations.
Used to. Conversation 1.
Do you play sports?
I used to play sports in high school.
Yeah, I used to play sports too.
Why did you stop?
No time, I guess.
Yeah, I used to have so much free time.
Me too. I miss those days.
Conversation 2.
Do you speak French?
I speak it a little. I used to use it all the time, but not anymore.
Really? Why is that?
Well, I used to work for a French company, and then I changed jobs.
Oh, really? I didn't know that.
Yeah, it was a lot of fun. Conversation 3.
Are you coming to the party?
No, I have to work.
Work? What happened? You used to never miss a party.
True, but I also didn't used to have a stressful job.
Yeah, and you used to be poor, but you were fun.
Yeah, I used to be fun. Conversation 4.
Hey, you used to have a Spanish coworker, right?
Yeah, Maria, but she moved.
Oh, really? That's too bad.
Yeah, I really miss working with her.
Yeah, I liked her a lot. She used to always make me laugh.
I know, we used to have such fun together.
Let's listen to it one more time.
Used to. Conversation 1.
Do you play sports?
I used to play sports in high school.
Yeah, I used to play sports too.
Why did you stop?
No time, I guess.
Yeah, I used to have so much free time.
Me too. I miss those days.
Conversation 2.
Do you speak French?
I speak it a little. I used to use it all the time, but not anymore.
Really? Why is that?
Well, I used to work for a French company, and then I changed jobs.
Oh, really? I didn't know that.
Yeah, it was a lot of fun. Conversation 3.
Are you coming to the party?
No, I have to work.
Work? What happened? You used to never miss a party.
True, but I also didn't used to have a stressful job.
Yeah, and you used to be poor, but you were fun.
Yeah, I used to be fun. Conversation 4.
Hey, you used to have a Spanish coworker, right?
Yeah, Maria, but she moved.
Oh, really? That's too bad.
Yeah, I really miss working with her.
Yeah, I liked her a lot. She used to always make me laugh.
I know, we used to have such fun together.
And the last time.
Used to. Conversation 1.
Do you play sports?
I used to play sports in high school.
Yeah, I used to play sports too.
Why did you stop?
Do you speak French?
I speak it a little. I used to use it all the time, but not anymore.
Really? Why is that?
Well, I used to work for a French company, and then I changed jobs.
Oh, really? I didn't know that.
Yeah, it was a lot of fun. Conversation 3.
Are you coming to the party?
No, I have to work.
Work? What happened? You used to never miss a party.
True, but I also didn't used to have a stressful job.
Yeah, and you used to be poor, but you were fun.
Yeah, I used to be fun. Conversation 4.
Hey, you used to have a Spanish coworker, right?
Yeah, Maria, but she moved.
Oh, really? That's too bad.
Yeah, I really miss working with her.
Yeah, I liked her a lot. She used to always make me laugh.
I know, we used to have such fun together.
Okay, guys. So now we're going to answer the following questions. Here you have the number one. Why did they stop playing sports? No time or no money? Which?
No time.
No time? Oh, really? Yeah. Yes, that is letter A. Perfect. No time, right? We can say that is the answer for that one. Nice. What about the other one? Where did she use French? At work or in friends? Do you have that one? Or maybe at work? Yes, that will be that one. At work. Okay, excellent. Number three. She used to have parties or be fun. Which could be the one? Let's see, Mr. Jordan, letter B. Yes, be fun. Okay, that's okay. Number four. She used to speak Spanish at work or have a friend from Spain. Oh, what do you think about that one? Mr. Georgie or Marjorie, I don't know. Mr. Mario. Speak Spanish. Okay, letter A, right? Speak Spanish at work. That is letter A. That will be the answer for that one. Excellent. Okay, so I don't know if you have questions. Do you have questions? Or is everything clear? No? Questions, Mr. Mario?
No, teacher.
No?
No,
Okay.
teacher.
Okay. So, the last activity, guys, I want you to write 3 sentences used to or didn't use to in the chat. Okay? So, 3 sentences there. Use the chat and write the 3 sentences about we can say activities that you used to do in the past. Okay, so write them here in the chat. 3 sentences using used to or didn't used to. Okay, you're going to have 3 minutes. Then we're going to check them together. Okay, so work 3 minutes. Okay, let's check some of your sentences. There you have the first one says, Mr. Mario used to play the soccer. Okay, that is okay, but remember, Mr. Mario, you don't need to write the ed in the main verb because you have already used to. So I used to play soccer, but without ed. You have to write the verb in the base form, okay? What about the number 2? There you have, she didn't study English. So be careful with the spelling mistakes there. So she didn't used to study English in that case. She didn't used to study English. Let's see the other one. He used to stay with us mother. No. Maybe he used to be or he used to stay with his mother. Maybe that would be one. Okay, Mr. Mario, just check those sentences. What about Mr. Jordi? I used to have a lot of books. That's great. I used to watch movies with my childhood friends. Okay, that's great. And I used to be short. Okay, Mr. Jordi, those are great. Marjorie, you used to exercise every day. I guess you wanted to ride every day, I guess. Okay. He did not used to live in the US. Okay. Don't forget to write capital letters, Marjorie, at the beginning. And the last one, did she used to like rap music? That's okay, but don't forget that there you have to write use without D, right? Because you have already used the auxiliary did. So, did she used to like rap music without the D in used to, okay? So, perfect, guys. I don't know if you have questions about this topic. Do you have questions, comments? I hope so, right?
No question, what?
Okay, Mr. Ryan. For the next week, we're going to start with the first evaluation. So try to study a lot, guys. Okay. So, guys, we're going to finish the class right now. Have a nice week. Take care a lot and bye bye.
Have a nice day. Take care.
Thank you, Mr. Mario. Take care. See you, Mr. Jordi. Bye bye. Bye bye, Marjorie. Take care.
Thank you, teacher. Bye bye.
Bye bye. See you.